Welcome to the podcast. Apologise for episode 3 coming out very late. It was a horrible edit. Really awful.
Just useless producer.
Absolutely.
I'm not the producer. Don't blame me.
Where is our producer?
I'm blaming the producer. Gosh, Jeremy. Crikey.
Come on, Jeremy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gracious. Useless.
God.
Absolutely useless.
So last week was Shark Week, obviously, as we all know, because we're retarded.
Shark Week.
There was not a lot of content. We realised, as we know.
Maybe we should have had more Dory.
More Dory. Mate, fish friends.
Less Bruce, more Dory. That sounds right.
Less Bruce, more Dory.
More Dory?
Imagine if
Crikey.
Dory was a shark. How
They'd
the
be like,
film would be-
I'm a shark. Wait, what?
You're a what?
Exactly.
You're a wizard.
Actually, Disney
I'm a
should make
wizard,
that
Harry.
film. Just a shark that
Yeah.
can't remember that it's a shark and sort of thinks it's a fish.
Oh, that could be pretty entertaining.
It's
And
a new movie.
I feel like that's already been done though.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
do.
that
I
has
think,
been
isn't there just
I
Shark
feel like
Tale?
that's been done.
It's just. Is
Somebody
that
say
Shark Tale? Is that what the.
That was a
Shark
horrible
Tale.
movie.
Oh no, it was horrible.
Gosh.
It was truly bad. Well, sorry, apologies. It wasn't a good movie.
Oh.
It was
Great
so
movie.
bad. The
It
only
was-
good part was Will Smith, and he wasn't even that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Will Smith was real good.
Yeah, what?
Mate, Will Smith has always been good. You can never take
I
anything
am
away
legend.
from that boy.
Can you watch Shark Tale and still say that?
Yes,
I reckon he can.
it's
Or
got
you
Will
must really
Smith.
love Will
I
Smith?
believe
I
him.
mean, he didn't do too
Yes.
bad, but the movie was just.
I mean, Will Smith is what makes that movie good.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
He's the-
If a movie is good only because of one actor, it is a bad movie.
No, it's a brilliant movie.
Hmm.
What about that
Made it
one?
like a full-on
Wait,
musical.
there was a. I'm
Oh,
trying to
that'd be
remember.
good.
There was a movie
I'd go for
that
that.
only had one actor in it. That
Oh, yeah. The Eddie Murphy one. Is that what you're
yeah,
thinking?
no. There was a movie that I'm trying to remember what it's called, but there was a movie that literally only had one actor in it, and he played every
Every
single.
role. Yeah,
Was
there
this
was, Eddie
just-
Murphy did one of those.
Yeah.
Did he?
There's a few- yeah.
It's called Meet Someone. I can't even remember what it's called.
Okay.
though.
Meet the Robinsons.
Meet
Yeah,
Thyself.
That is a good movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Meet
yeah,
the
that
Robinsons
was
is
alright.
good.
It's crack up,
Mm,
man.
mm.
Imagine if they made a second one.
Speaking of movies, I'm not gonna mention anything about it. I just saw
Shush.
MI6. Worth it. Worth it.
Worth it.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Mission Impossible 6, man.
Oh,
Up with the plays.
Fallout,
Up with the plays.
because if
Up
they
with
put
the
MI6,
plays.
that might be copyright problems.
Yeah, the irony is it's like written in the same font as Fallout as well.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
what I find hilarious.
Yeah, it's great.
It
Um,
is gold, mate.
oh, that's funny because God, movies,
Yep,
man.
so
Will,
funny.
Will Smith. Have you seen his house?
Whose house?
Will
Whose house?
Smith. You could run like a mile and still be on his property.
That's
Really?
about right.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's
Let me
pretty
see
big.
it.
I'm pretty
Somehow
sure
it
he
doesn't
bought it
surprise me.
just so that he could go for walks on his and not be attacked.
Mile-long runs every morning.
Yeah, fair enough. If you
I
got
mean-
the money, you may as well
Yeah.
use it.
You may as well
As
buy.
as the saying
country.
goes, there's no point being the richest man in the cemetery.
Oh my gosh, you're not kidding.
I
Beautiful.
know. Think about that one.
Is that
it's
a
like
quote?
what? That's like mind blowing kind of
It's
thing,
an
you know?
entire village.
Yeah. It's
Oh, he's got his own sports courts over the back, and my gosh.
You see it, eh? You looking at the photo of it?
Yeah, I'm looking at many photos of it.
Yeah, it's massive. And apparently, you know those 3 separate buildings? His
Yeah.
kids live in 2 of those, and him and his wife live in the one really big one.
Are you kidding?
It's like an apartment complex.
Crikey.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Does
Yeah.
anybody remember the Will Smith movie where like him and his son are like
Oh,
Ah,
wasn't
yes,
that?
yes, After Earth.
after
Wasn't that really
That-
bad?
Yeah, it was a weird movie.
Mm.
Like the whole concept was like the aliens that have killed the human race can feel fear.
Oh,
And-
amazing!
And Will Smith's character was like, they called him the ghost because he didn't feel fear. He's like, I can turn my fear off. and then they can't see me because they feel
Just
fear.
switch it off.
Isn't that like the entire plot line of Ruby?
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
No,
Yeah.
It's all like,
Not
oh,
really.
the monsters can feel fear, and if you don't have fear,
So
then you're
basically,
all
you're just saying they're
Oh.
pretty much a description of a horse.
A
Can feel
horse.
fear.
Don't you-
Well,
I'm
horses,
pretty
they
sure
know
you
when
mean
you're
tigers,
they know when
mate.
you're afraid.
Is that why they buck you all the time?
We.
No, you're
Excuse
right.
me?
You can't say that.
They
We're
do
gonna be
they do
age
what to me all the time, Toby?
Well, sorry to all
you-
horses watching the videos. We're sorry if we offended you.
Are we with Theo?
Hang on,
Are we?
how's buck a
we
thing?
we do a lot of apologizing. I think we need to
Yeah,
stop.
we
Hey,
spend far
Toby.
too much time apologizing on this. You know.
We
Toby,
do.
what's your
We
language?
could
I'm
make an
sorry.
entire
Yeah, I'm
random
sorry.
subject
Buck
about apologizing, but we
BUCK.
would have to
That's
apologize.
That's next week's episode. Is apologizing.
But then we
No.
would have to apologize for making a thing about apologizing.
Oh, how about we just
Hmm,
apologize
true.
for everybody on Earth? I apologize as the Pope for letting these people be in their.
What are you apologizing for?
What are you apologizing for?
Wait, you're the
Letting the
Pope.
bishop maintain his for so long. You know those recent bishops that were let go because of all those
Yeah, I know.
accusations?
Yeah, the child. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a great subject. We probably shouldn't get into it.
I know.
No, we're not going to
Bit
get
too
into it.
bit too opinionated, my friend.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
Just
We
a
wanna-
tad. You
We
know.
wanna make-
not
do
for
wanna
not for YouTube. YouTube doesn't like that. You're
No,
not allowed
indeed.
opinions. You're not allowed to
Yeah.
think for yourself.
I mean,
And
it's
certainly,
crime,
you
Tony.
must be
Not if he's
PC.
Keemstar. Keemstar can do whatever the hell he wants because he's Keemstar.
He probably doesn't get paid though.
No.
No, he probably got
That's
paid
correct.
enough.
Imagine if you got
and then
paid
just
to have
gave
an
up.
opinion.
Oh,
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
called
what
politics, Toby.
absolutely not sponsoring at all.
It's not
Have
like
you-
it's a job in like majority of countries.
Absolutely not sponsoring at all. But have you guys seen that new channel that's almost caught up with PewDiePie?
Which one?
No.
It's an Indian channel, a news station channel, and they upload movies and like they're upload spammers, and they have 55 million subscribers, and they've gained that over a few years. And PewDiePie
it's
has
crack up.
64 million subscribers, almost 65.
I so hope he gets overtaken.
He doesn't care though. Like that guy's at a point where he's like, if he did get taken over, he's already done the rat. Like he's already gotten
He's
to a
done
point
what he
where
needs
people
to
hate
do.
him,
He's also like,
and then
mega
he's
sad.
earned himself actually quite a good. Like people actually do follow him still. Like people still
he'd never
watch
have
him.
to work another day in his life if he
No,
wanted to.
he probably still doesn't have to. He probably won't. It's more of just a hobby by the point you're at with him, you know?
Yeah.
And what, no, I'll tell you what's really sketch about this Indian channel T series is they have, alright, so they have 55 million subscribers. That sounds legit, right? Then on their first video, if you track it back, they have about 500 million views. But here's the king. Their likes and dislikes, I think on that video they have 200,000 dislikes and 1,200 likes. Which doesn't line up with the amount of people that watch them, nor does it line up with their
I love it when he
subscribers.
does that.
So I feel like
Conspiracy
there's some
theory.
subscriber buying
Lily,
going
it'll be
on
like
with
that
this
thing that I
channel.
saw online recently, where you can pay on the dark web, you can pay people to gain so many subscribers.
Yeah, that's got a
But you don't go on the dark web, do you? Because that would
'cause-
be illegal.
No,
And that is
no,
like,
it's not.
And that's
No,
not
no,
okay.
illegal. Not
just
going on.
not
It's
serious.
not actually buying things. Well, depending on what the things are,
Well,
that's what the illegal part is.
Yeah, if you're buying
But if
illegal
you
goods, then it's
search
illegal.
something specific, then
What do you mean?
you do get pinged. Like if you
No, just browsing is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
There is
It's
nothing
depending
illegal
on
about
what
it.
you're looking at.
yes, but if you browsing is
But even
different to
looking at it is
searching.
fine.
If you actually type
So
something
what,
in
if you search
and
Depending
that
on what
thing
the
is
content is,
dangerous,
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. It's the content that you're searching up that you can get pinged for, not the whole.
you can
yeah.
browse.
Oh, yeah.
Browsing is different to searching. If you're
Yeah,
searching,
yeah,
you're
browsing
actually
is different to
going out of your way to type the keys in. If you're going through
Yeah.
pages,
But I'm just saying that if you came across a marketplace, there is nothing illegal about just browsing it. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Depends what the marketplace is selling.
Well, obviously, if it
Good
was a
stuff.
really, really, really bad one, then obviously
You would probably get pinged for it.
That said, though, if it was something that you actually reported, I don't think they'd ping you for it.
Oh, if you reported it, yeah.
Yeah.
But you could also trigger some other people by doing that. But we're not going to get into that.
It's a discussion
Yeah.
for not another day.
That's not a discussion at all.
And not a
It
discussion
never
for not
happened.
another day.
Yeah. So
mean,
yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm-
It's a tough subject.
It's a tough subject to deal with.
but-
you know,
We are in no way encouraging that you go on the dark web at all.
Yeah.
Don't.
No.
Don't do it.
I mean, Toby,
Even if you've done it before, don't go again.
I mean, our website's
I'll be
dark web.
like the white-haired person in my school that goes on the dark web to dox lemon websites for no particular reason in
Did
class.
you just say white-haired person?
Yeah, yeah. He's
How
got, like,
old
blonde
are they?
hair. Well, it's like
How old are they?
blonde, but it's white.
If they're like 20 and have white hair, they're definitely the type of person that would go on the dark web.
Not 20, but I believe they're 16.
Oh, yep, absolutely. Definitely the type of person that would do
16 is like the age to browse the dark web.
that. You defined the age.
Anyway, he bloomin' goes on bloomin' Tor browsers in school and doxes websites, and he thinks he looks really cool by doing it.
Crikey.
And
It's like
if
those-
you are watching this, and you know who I am,
please follow
Yeah.
me. Follow
So-
me on my
Please follow me on Twitter. No, subscribe to our Patreon.
favorite subscribe.
Click that bell icon.
Yeah, click the bell. That one.
bell.
You know the one I'm talking
Ding
about.
dong, ding
Wink.
dong,
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
ding dong, ding dong. yeah.
Guns. What? I just didn't know what to put in there. I've been watching the Big Lee show.
oh, yes, lad.
One of the greatest shows ever, made in paint
Oh yeah, dude.
or pain. One or the other.
Made in pain. Yeah.
You
Made in
mean Photoshop for the real men? That's the one.
Totally.
Yeah. If you can Photoshop something well in paint, you're a master. You're the
So true.
person
I
to
once
go to.
photoshopped a Charizard and made it blue. Does that count? I did
No.
that in this time.
No,
No.
it's like literally editing legs onto something like a football looks into camera. Yeah. I definitely didn't make that a thumbnail. I noticed some. I also see something about our thumbnails. I don't know if you know, like. No, of course I see it. I make them. But did you guys notice I'm just doing it off random like
Random passing comments.
parts
Yes,
of
it's
the
great.
episode, like nothing to do with the actual title?
Of course.
Yeah, because I
Just-
on the second episode, I'm like, what the heck's Toby Parks for?
Well, the
I'm
first
still trying
one,
to figure
it's
out where
slowly
the
getting
football
more.
with legs comes from.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out as well,
I
dude.
don't remember
I mean,
it.
It was weird.
If
You
in
said
the no. In the comments below, can you please tell us where? You know,
no,
where-
because I can tell you. Dan suggested.
Where's the fun in
Shush.
that? Where's the fun in that, Louis?
Dan suggested that a chihuahua be mixed with a shark, and I said a chihuahua is just a football with legs. And then I said, I'm going to Photoshop legs on a football. But instead of doing that, I decided to draw a football in Photoshop and draw legs on the football.
I love it.
It was a fun one. Yeah, and they're really bad looking as well. Yeah.
Oh well, at least now we understand.
Yes. Well, I think you would have if you rewatched the episode, but then again, I can't
Oh yeah, I
expect you
watched
to.
all the.
I can't expect you to add views to an episode that we were all in. So that's your
Wow.
decision.
There you go.
You've got to
That's all
buff
right,
those
I got
numbers
my-
somehow.
I got my 20.
I gotta make money. You gotta get those views somehow, because
get
no
that
one else watches. Oh no. Well, shall we move to our question?
For the
Oh,
question
yes.
for today, what's the question for today?
Jeremy,
Executive. What's our...
Producer Jeremy.
is he there?
Special guest, Producer Jeremy.
If he's not
Oh,
there,
Producer.
I'll do it.
Producer?
Yeah.
Producer?
Thank you,
What
Question, please.
Question?
Okay.
Question
So-
conversation.
I can only tell the question, Andrew.
you sure?
Right. Well, each of us has recently gotten into jail. Now, what is everybody's
Yeah.
assumption as to the wrongdoing that the person has done?
So,
I just
Where are we
wanna- I just
starting
wanna
with
point
this?
out-
Just at the
I wanna,
top,
I want to
or-
point out to our viewers that we are not all currently in jail.
We-
We're quite happily.
Just- Just six guys in jail making a
only
podcast.
some of us are in jail. Only
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
of us.
Only
Come on, Louis. Just because
Yeah.
you're in prison.
Andrew and
Yeah,
Louis.
Louis currently
Looks
like,
at ground in
from
shame.
America.
Nah.
That makes
By the way,
sense.
Louis, you got that shiv I ordered?
Absolutely.
I got the
Okay,
stars.
so
I know how to get...
we're starting with Andrew. I'm deciding going top down again because it makes sense to me looking at this.
Good evening.
All right, Andrew. All right, so
Yes.
each of us, you need to name what you think each of us were arrested
Oh,
for,
crikey.
and what is there
No,
anything
I-
else? Is it just what we were arrested
reckon
for?
we
I
should
think
do
it
the
is.
other way around.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
reckon
we-
we pick
everyone-
somebody,
everyone
and
labels what I
contributes to
think,
what
yeah.
they
Oh
think
no!
they
Oh yep,
Yeah.
yep. You're
Yeah.
right. No, I'm
Yeah,
the
that
loony.
makes more sense.
We're
Okay.
doing it that way.
Yeah, and we'll continue in the law in the row.
All right. So next
So-
is Dan.
So
What's
so why have I been arrested, Daniel? Why have I been arrested?
Oh, jeepers. We all know about those various folders on your computer.
Oh yeah,
what folders?
all that good stuff, you know.
That
the
85
pictures of
gigabyte
meatballs.
homework file.
Yeah, it's got all my programming in it. You know?
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the thing is that he's got all these files, none of them related to homework. Now, we all know Andrew's the one that's been in detention the most out of all of us. I'm fairly sure.
Never once.
Yeah, you're
I always got out of it.
Can you remember each imposition off by heart?
yeah, most of them.
Yes. Okay.
There
I
was
think
only like
Wait,
three.
really?
There was-
Wait,
yeah,
no,
because there was behavioural impositions, there was homework impositions, and there was late impositions. And the behaviour one, my favourite part of it was like, you know, it's easy to blame the policeman who pulls you over and gives you a ticket. When you were the one speeding, it's like, funny.
yeah. But,
All right.
yeah.
I
So
actually didn't
Dan,
know- I
what's
actually
he?
didn't know
Daniel,
Oh, there you go.
what's he been arrested for?
Ah, man.
What have I
I don't know.
not been arrested for?
Andrew's a bit of a loose cannon, so if anything just due to the complete what's it called? The literal definition of loose cannon. I reckon just for the personal safety of everybody around him, he's locked in a gun cabinet. Just on the
Right.
grounds that he's a dangerous weapon.
Yes,
So why is
yes,
he
yes.
arrested for that?
No, well,
It's just, because we all know it's not guns that kill people, it's the sounds they make.
It's the sounds they make.
What?
Bang! Bang, 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 bang!
So what Andrew was doing is he was running around old people's homes and he screaming and yelling bang at them really, really
Oh,
loud,
no.
which was causing them to fall over and have
Yeah.
heart attacks. This caused a chain reaction, causing the old lady making tea in the kitchen to fall over, tipping the hot water, causing a short circuit and burning down the house. So not only was he disturbing
Jeez,
the
what is
peace, but he
this,
was also
D&D?
a unintentional arsonist.
Crikey, how'd you know my life story?
Hmm.
Mate, I know
Holy-
you too well.
Why are you doing it so in depth?
I'm sorry, what were you going to
That's-
say?
That's
That
the
was
point,
amazing.
man.
All right,
I mean,
Jeremy, producer.
Yeah.
what
Go.
do you think,
Mr.
Andrew?
Jeremy,
What's Andrew
why
been
have I
arrested for?
Why have I been arrested for?
Mass arson.
Right!
See,
Right,
that's what
so.
I was expecting. That's what I was expecting something to do. Mass arson or something. Not, you know.
Also, no, we
You
also
joke
know we
about
need to
that,
contribute
but
at
the
same
amount of
time.
times I have
If we go
almost
in
burnt
order,
things down.
It's gonna get slow.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I thought I was just gonna do something simple like, I thought Andrew was like, he was doing something like speeding on his motorbike, cop pulled him over, and then he said the wrong joke to the wrong cop and got him.
Yeah.
Yet again, that I wouldn't put that past me either.
Right.
Doing something weird.
Okay. All right. So I guess it's me now, is it?
Yeah,
What
go,
have you
yeah.
been arrested for, Andrew? Well, all the things that I could name for you, eh? I think, I honestly believe that you would be arrested for accidentally inappropriately touching someone. but it being seen as purposeful.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Yeah.
And then it would become sexual assault and you wouldn't be able to argue anything because people would just be like, that man there, he's definitely an assaulter.
They just look at me and that guy there.
Yeah, that guy, look at his face.
Oh my goodness.
Ah. All right, so Toby, have you said yours already, basically?
Yeah, you kinda said it.
Motorbike, called over, angry with cop. All right.
Discussion better than just listing it off one by one. That's my opinion.
Crikey. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Adam.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so knowing Andrew, I would probably say something on the lines of, I was thinking more mass arson as well, sort of thing, like him being, disturbance of the peace sort of thing.
Right.
You'd be a bit right.
So,
Yeah.
so on average, Andrew would probably be
So,
arrested
I'm an
for
arson.
arson. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking more, like, more disturbance of the
And the
peace.
possibility of during arson inappropriately touching someone.
Inappropriate workplace banter.
And then when the cop comes up, then he accidentally cracks the wrong joke to the wrong cop, and then he gets
Yeah, well, there you go.
the cop's
That's
just not
terrific.
impressed.
Just
I mean,
what
that's
are you
actually
doing
pretty-
here?
That's
All
a
right.
pretty good story,
Pretty good.
really.
It's pretty good.
Okay, now Daniel.
Righto.
What's Daniel been arrested for? We'll start with Andrew and go to...
Righto.
Daniel first.
I reckon Daniel, in his barding ways, has gone and done something with music of some kind. I think. Not quite sure what he's done.
Playing Doing Your Mum in all the wrong locations.
Yeah, I reckon he's gone like full sexy sax man. He's in public places, just in his jocks, just going hundies on the sax.
I love how you think I can play the saxophone, despite the fact I'm the local bard.
No, it's fine.
So,
It's fine.
so what I'm hearing is Daniel is having sex in a public area.
Sex.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Louis, if that's not the thumbnail, I'm going to be upset.
Oh, that is so
Oh,
good.
no.
Thumbnail. Why? Oh,
You loud dog.
dirty.
Literally, when
Okay.
you said bard
Oh.
and
All right,
bard
so...
in an open area, I was like, I have to make
Oh.
the joke saxing in a public
Okay,
place.
so
That is-
Jeremy,
Beautiful.
Yes.
what do you
Well-
think that Daniel has
Ah.
been arrested for?
Oddly enough, mine is also music related, but that is not the reason of the arrest. My reason is because he's been, Jimi Hendrix and how he slits open his forehead and shoves an LSD sticker on there. I reckon he's been doing a wee bit of that and then gone down with his guitar and...
Oh, yeah.
He's been...
He's
Oh,
been
no.
on the LSD.
Oh,
Do you
no.
think I'm a druggo?
All right.
Yes.
Druggo.
Well,
Well then.
okay.
Well,
So,
then would be right.
Let me just say Jesus is my only drug. So.
all right, okay.
Mm,
All right.
sorry.
Daniel,
One of these
Daniel.
guys, what's up?
I believe that you have been arrested for... Now, what would have happened to get you arrested, we'll go back a bit, is that, say, you were roped into something, right? And then
Yeah.
it wound up that you ended up working with the Russian cartel, but then they betrayed you and you didn't realize. And then the police walk in to arrest the cartel and they only find you.
And it's just
And you're
you.
just smiling at them like, yeah, with
You're
all
like,
these
"What
drugs
is
around you.
going on here?"
Would you like a song, officers?
Yeah, like that. You'd be the most innocent looking person, but
Like
they'd be
an
like, that man there, he's a drug dealer.
Sir, I don't know what's going on. I've been left here by all my friends.
Okay.
Happen to be Russian
Would you
monsters.
like an acid sticker, cop?
Oh no, offering them drugs. Toby,
Oh,
what's
here we go.
Daniel done?
So, no, I've got a really good one for Daniel. So, Daniel being the responsible man that he is, he will
Thank
be
you.
a manager of some sort of person, and he will have one unhappy customer that just is not quite getting things. Now, you see where I'm going with this from a recent incident, right?
Yeah.
So this unhappy customer is just really not getting it, and so Daniel's starting to get a little bit annoyed. And all of a sudden, the customer's out threatening things and taking him to court. And before he knows it, Daniel's going, and, full on, quite aggressive because this guy
First-degree
is
murder.
so damn stupid and just is not getting it. And he's going, all these safety things that aren't in place, and Daniel's like, yes, there are, they're all here. And then Daniel will end up getting arrested for being too aggressive with the customer or some stupid thing.
Customer's always right.
All right,
Stuff the
something along those
customer.
lines.
Adam, what's your
Yes.
brother been done for?
Off the king.
Oh, what my brother's
What?
been done. Okay, knowing my brother very well.
Just remember your turn's
Do
coming
you?
up soon.
Do you know your brother?
Yeah,
Do you though?
yes, I do. I feel like Daniel's probably going to be arrested for being at the wrong place at the wrong time and
So
framed,
just yeah. So
framed for murder.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be.
I can get down with that. You know.
I mean, he'll argue.
so
his way
yeah,
out.
he's not the person to commit it, but he's definitely the person they would arrest.
He'll take
Committed
Yeah.
for it, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I feel like is
Okay.
what would happen with him.
Right. Okay. Well, Jeremy, now it's you. Who's Andrew?
I think hold up. But before we continue on
What?
with this, we should do it that the next person down in the list has to do it. So,
What?
Jeremy's the person that we're talking about.
Okay.
So Louis should be the one, and then Toby, then Adam, then Andrew, then me.
Oh, okay, that sounds good.
Like
Like that.
Alright, okay.
Because that means it's not Andrew going first every time.
Wow.
Okay.
True.
Alright.
I like your idea.
Jeremy, I think you've been arrested for throwing bricks at people. I just think you went onto a build site, saw a builder, and he pissed you off. Like, this isn't just unintended. He was just like, screw you, and you decided to throw a brick at him. And then that was it. Arrested immediately.
The horrible part is I can actively picture this.
Oh no. Alright. Well, Toby, what's Jeremy been arrested for?
He's been arrested for too many table flips.
Flipping the wrong tables. Beautiful.
One too many table flips.
Yes. The old one. Alright, Adam.
So you can just, yeah.
Okay, so due to prior events of things, I feel like Jeremy would get arrested for legitimately disturbance of the peace.
Uh
As he would
Yeah.
walk around the block being bored and then just start screaming.
Oh.
So,
So
and
it'd
the
just be
neighbors-
yelling.
And the neighbors will think it would be a wild animal, so they'll call animal control.
Uh,
And then animal control will come
I
along.
need to see me with my pants down.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then he would punch animal control.
Yeah, that's what I think. What would happen?
Alright. Andrew. What's
Good
Jeremy
evening.
done?
Jeremy. Well,
Yes.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I reckon so. He's been arrested for going out and screaming for some reason. You know, he's just out in the wilderness, all on his lonesome, and you just suddenly hear so.
He just gets those
Screaming
wild urges. Oh man, I have
Yeah,
not screamed.
he's like, I haven't screamed. I'm bored. And he'll get like, he'd go a bit mad, I reckon, with those sorts of screams, and I reckon he'd get all into natural. You know, he'd end up in the forest and he's just screaming all by himself, and end up, building himself a hut, and end up in a loincloth and all sorts of things.
Jeez.
And then he'll one day make his way back into civilization without realizing it, and get like arrested for public indecency or something,
Kind of along the same lines.
He's gone full caveman, and he makes his way back to civilization, and
Becomes the Green Arrow.
The shouting arrow or the screaming
Oh
arrow.
no.
screaming arrow.
Yeah.
As the arrows go flying by.
And then gets arrested for vigilantism.
Wait, so that's actual
How did
crime.
they catch him? Or he's constantly
Yeah,
screaming. That's how.
probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Alright. Daniel, what's Jeremy
Now,
done?
you see, you'd imagine I'd have the most time to think about this, but I'm going to be honest, I've kind of just been listening.
Yes.
Listening
Playing
very
Overwatch?
carefully. I'm not playing
No,
Overwatch, thank you
he's
very
not
much.
playing Overwatch.
Oh,
Fuck
okay,
you.
sorry. I can't see.
Crikey.
Yeah.
Well, don't be
Damn
blind then.
All
I'm
good.
not- I'm not
Hey.
even-
Hey,
like,
You
it's-
see, I was going to do something along the sort of like, you know, so, you know, basically everybody's been talking about Jeremy doing sort of like, you know, disorderly conduct in public spaces and all this, and I was going to do the same, but I'm going to have to come up with something rather quick on the spot. So, looking around my bedroom, he's going to be the first person to clobber someone with a 1,000-page textbook.
right.
I honestly, to be actually, just as
So-
Ironically enough,
Basically,
Ironically enough, 2 years ago when I was in year 10,
oh no,
I
here you
had
go.
this horrible English
Crikey.
teacher named Ms.
Well,
Hooper, and my goodness, it was a lot of fun because there was one time in her lesson that I picked up a textbook and I started playing catch with somebody, and I clogged him in the head.
oh,
Oh my goodness.
oh no.
Beautiful.
It's not
I feel
okay.
like it's more to do
I
like
threw it as hard as I could with one hand, square in the forehead.
So,
Oh my goodness.
Jeremy's been arrested for disturbing literally everyone in public.
who's next?
Me.
Crikey,
Go on, fire away. Toby, you first?
Me first.
Yeah.
What's Louis done?
I got no idea. I haven't really thought. I haven't thought about it.
Come on. Andrew!
Right,
Okay,
sorry.
no, I got it.
Oh.
Okay, so you get arrested for blinding someone indirectly by parking your car in the wrong space, and because it was too damn shiny and the light was
Of course.
Good, good.
Oh,
because
God.
Louis with his perfect yellow car. Sure, do you watch it?
Don't you diss my yellow car,
yellow
sir?
Yeah, not just
No,
banana.
I'm saying that it's
The
so nice,
banana.
that it's probably so nice and shiny that it was probably going to blind somebody.
Actually, it hasn't been cleaned in like a month.
Well,
I
then it
remember
still
when
looks
we
pretty
were
damn
all
good
at
for
Blum and
not being
Andrew's
cleaned in a month.
birthday party
the
last year,
rain.
and I was just slandering your car while you were right in front of me.
Alright. Adam, what have I
Sorry, Lou,
done?
your car's beautiful, but it might
Okay,
feel somebody
okay.
away.
Knowing
It's
knowing
yellow.
that you're a memer,
Hmm.
I feel like you would get arrested for browsing memes at a funeral and inappropriately laughing whilst everyone else is crying. And
So,
you're at the back, ironically laughing at a meme, whilst everyone's
So-
like,
arrested for public
Arrest-
indecency?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Clarifying.
Disturbing the down.
Because I figured to myself, that I'm not sure I could be arrested for laughing at memes at a funeral. I think people just look at me with really awful looks.
No, but like hysterically laughing. Like we're talking, it's like the loudest thing happening.
I feel like someone would assault me and then get arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Andrew, what have I done?
What have you done? You have been arrested for being the ultimate fanboy. Now, see, I'm thinking you've gone way overboard. You're stalking this person. You've managed to find their hidden Facebook, their home address, their cell phone numbers, and you are just sitting outside, just watching them sleep and posting videos online of them sleeping.
I can see it. It sounds right.
And then of course they find out who you are. They get a restraining order, and you're
That's
like,
it.
I need to follow this person. And so you break your restraining order multiple times, and you end up in prison because of that.
Okay.
That is what I'm
okay,
saying.
stalking. All right. Daniel, what have I done?
I reckon you've genetically modified, well, not genetically modified, but I reckon you've sort of like going along what Adam said, that you somehow managed to find a way to make meme a intravenous drug. Intravenous meaning that you're just injecting it.
Isn't that just how South Park did the curing AIDS episode? You inject
I
pure
haven't
money
watched
into
South
your
Park,
system,
so
and
That's
possibly.
exactly what they did.
yeah. Okay. I don't know
Yes.
how I. Okay. It almost sounds like I can hear it far away. No one has crap on me. Jeremy, what's
Okay,
next?
hold on. Do you want me to start talking crap about you?
No. I wanted a real arrest thing. All right, continue, Jeremy. What have I been arrested for?
Okay,
What have you not been
oddly
arrested
enough,
for?
your arrest is quite similar to mine, but instead, you have gotten yourself a massive Bluetooth speaker, like one of the ones that people used to carry on their shoulders in the 80s, except it has Bluetooth.
Oh, boombox.
Plain
And
desperation.
you have kicked down the door of a nursery and punched the skull in of every single baby in the vicinity.
Holy That's dark.
Awesome. Is this
Jeez.
wild? I don't think this
What do
is
you
child
think I
friendly.
am?
Whilst listening to No More Mr. Nice Guy.
All right.
Oh, the other
you're
kids
listening
with the
All right. Okay. What's Toby
Oh,
been arrested for? Starting with Adam.
I can't listen to them easy.
I know him
for him.
so well. Okay, the question of the day is, what haven't he? What
hasn't
wouldn't
he
he have? Okay,
True
I think
that.
probably the most obvious one would be, simply be, browsing the dark web and accidentally buying some illegal substance on it.
Accidentally.
Accidentally. Yeah, right, yeah.
But
yeah,
I
sure,
really,
it was my
I
accident.
really think it'll be household murder.
Okay, yeah.
Brutal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
murder of murder of a
A
family
brother
member.
or something?
Yeah, brother or
A
someone.
family, right, okay, yeah.
I feel like that would be the true
Brilliant.
crime here.
True crime here.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Very
Andrew.
interesting.
What's Toby
Okay.
done?
Well, I'm reckoning Toby and his travels in the slightly shady sides of the internet is
Slightly shady.
well, faintly shady, has stumbled upon either something he shouldn't have, or
It's
he
his
had-
own.
no. See, I'm reckoning that he has found something he shouldn't have, and he's trying to sell it. But of course, the people whose information belongs to are like the mob, like high up mafia mob, So they're putting out a hit on Toby.
The scientific formula of how to make genetically altered cat girls.
Boom.
So
And
he gets-
I reckon he gets arrested because he assassinates all the assassins that are sent to assassinate him.
That's all.
Okay.
Murder.
When you dupe the assassins and turns out you're the assassin.
Damn, bamboozled myself again.
Oh, I've been hired to. Okay.
myself?
Daniel,
Yes.
what's Toby done?
I reckon so. Toby's quite into like his anime, and he's quite into his.
What are you saying about him? Is he a
Pokemon
weeb?
in particular. Yes, I know it's not an anime, but whatever.
It
I
is.
know.
Yeah, it is an anime.
Technically,
It is an
technically,
anime.
yeah.
I thought it was an American animated series.
No!
Okay, right.
Wow!
Okay,
Daniel,
stop.
John,
Stop. Hey, Dan.
Listen,
Excuse me. Daniel, what's he done?
you done?
Wow.
What's he done?
I'm just gonna wait till quiet.
It is quiet. Go.
I reckon.
All right, Daniel, go. Just say it.
No, because what's gonna happen is that.
Oh,
Andrew
no,
is
he
gonna
won't be
interrupt
heard.
me.
Don't worry about it.
Listen, we all know how your
Daniel,
comedy works.
Daniel, he won't be heard. Just go.
Oh yeah, he won't be heard. It doesn't. Okay, whatever.
Well,
Anyway,
no, it's recording off my
so,
computer.
what I think Toby will do is that like public harassment. He'll start throwing Pokeballs at people, especially people. Oh no! Oh no! Especially shiny people.
Shiny.
People with spray tans
So
and
are you
glitter.
meaning like
Oh, no, shinies. Only found,
You know what? I'll let you do the math.
only found in special locations.
Alright, can be confirmed Daniel's a racist?
Was it Albert?
Shots
man.
fired.
I didn't
apologize.
think it was racist at all. I thought he was. Don't
I
worry.
mean, Toby's
Don't
racist,
worry,
but he
don't
wants to
worry.
collect the
Shiny
shinies,
people
you
could
know.
be other places too. We don't want to go into that though.
Oh,
All
right.
right.
Oh, okay, crikey.
Okay, what's Toby been arrested for, Jeremy?
This time.
Okay, well, we all know that Toby's into his code and everything, right? Now, what he hasn't dabbled into, well, at least yet, is genetic code. So what I think, he's gone
okay.
around stealing toddlers and
This got dark quick.
I want to hear what he's. Wait a moment. What's he doing with the toddlers?
he's genetically mutated their hands to resemble crab claws, and he's assembling an arm of crab.
So kidnapping. So, a few more charges than that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, oh dear.
I was expecting something like something
Toby.
a lot worse.
Okay. What do I think Toby's been arrested for? Good old Toby. I think I'm a bit different to you guys. I don't think it's anything to do with the internet. I think that at some point somebody says something really offensive to him
Yeah.
and he just face punches them instantly. Like immediately just smacks them right in the face, like full pressure, and obviously, you know, and then gets arrested for assault and that's it.
Yeah,
Arrested
yeah,
immediately.
Nice and simple.
Nice and simple,
No.
just the way it
They
works, you
deserved
know.
it. They deserved it.
Okay, yep.
Brutal.
Disclaimer:
Okay.
have not done that.
Now this is
sure?
where the fun begins. Adam!
Oh no!
What's Adam been arrested for, Andrew?
What's Adam been arrested? Well, the better question is, what has he not been arrested for?
Well, we've asked
It's
that
a
about
shorter
everyone.
list.
Assault.
So,
Murder.
well,
No,
I
no. Keep
no,
going.
No. You will have done something really weird. You'll have buried someone alive. Or
Tried
you're
to
holding-
make
yeah.
nuclear
Well, you're
weapons.
pretty much you're just burying someone alive and holding them ransom. You know, be like, they have this much oxygen left in the container. I buried them and pay the ransom, and I'll tell you where to take them out.
Wanna play a game?
But
Yeah, pretty much. You're gonna
the
jigsaw it
difference
up.
is it's not deep enough in the ground, so they just smack the top off and run. You get to the
Yeah,
cops.
he's a terrible murderer. So yeah, pretty much.
I mean, fair enough. That is kind of what.
Okay, Dan, what's he been arrested for?
Oh no!
Oh,
no.
boys,
No, no.
here we go, boys.
Here we go.
Now,
Adam,
just
Adam, I just want to say, actually, no, I won't tell you about your nighttime habits. We all know about that.
Okay, we'll move.
I was wondering for a second. I'm like, family show.
I'm gonna be completely honest. No idea what I was going into starting that statement.
oh, you are racist after all.
I
Oh,
reckon Adam really enjoys his Lego and his woodworking and stuff. But unfortunately, you know, he's been looking for some models that haven't, looking for some willing volunteer models, but he's just not quite doing it properly. So he's just going up to people in the street, asking them to
I
strip down
think
naked so he can model
you're
them as
sexy. I think you've got talent immediately. Oh no.
Okay. So I just ask people, "Oi, drop your trousers."
I mean,
Yeah.
roll for intimidation.
No. Oh, no. So Adam's been arrested for.
Molesting in public. Daniel for saxing in public. Me for
Okay.
molesting.
Okay, Jeremy, what has Adam been arrested for?
Okay, well, often when Adam invites me to his place, and the rest of us guys to his place, we usually get
Does he ask you to model?
no. We usually get bloomin' Pizza Hut because, well, it's cheap and it tastes nice. Now, what I think has happened
No
is that we
advertising.
ordered garlic bread and the delivery boy forgot to bring the garlic bread, so he decked him in the face.
Oh no. He's just decking a guy in the face without. Oh no.
It's just like,
Garlic bread.
All right.
Where's the lamb's sauce?
Okay. Okay, Adam, what have you been arrested for, eh? Okay, so this is a long one. So, I think Adam has been arrested for breaking into the zoo, letting the gorillas out, going to the monkey pen with the gorillas, punching the monkeys, and then kidnapping a penguin, taking it home, and storing it in a suitcase.
deep.
So much information just
Wait, what?
Okay, Adam, I'll say it slower.
Okay,
So,
say it slower.
Adam's broken into the zoo. He then
Right.
goes to the gorilla enclosure, lets them out. What?
Yeah.
Broke
Sorry.
into a zoo.
Yeah, he broke into the zoo. He went to the gorilla enclosure, let the gorillas out, went to the monkey pen with the gorillas because he's made an alliance with them. Then he continued with the
So, like,
gorillas
fucking Planet of the Apes,
to
you know?
sack the monkeys in the face. And then he proceeded to kidnap a penguin and take it home.
Are we just talking like the plot of Madagascar now or something? Like,
No, I'm saying he tried to kidnap a penguin and he also let gorillas out and punched monkeys in the face.
Well, that's your issue there.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's
how
your
awesome would that
arrest.
be to have a pet penguin?
I'm liking
He's
it.
just considering it now. Just stops. Maybe it's a good idea.
Confirmation on black, white, black, white.
Okay,
I'm-
Toby,
I'm-
what's
I'm
Adam
down,
been
I'm
arrested for?
Oh no.
Adam has been arrested for the destruction of property and trespassing.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
Adam being Adam, when someone turns up at his house uninvited and he says to tell them to go away, and they no, I'm just here for the lulz anyway. And in the end, he gets so really pissed off with someone that he challenges them to a medieval duel. And
I
this
challenge
person not
you
being
to
the
a
person they are.
duel.
So he comes to he goes to the house, full on medieval armor, steel sword in the hand, bashes down their door and said, "I told you I'll do it."
We're here to liberate Jerusalem.
Oh, no.
I'm for a crusade. boys.
Challenge
No,
them in
no.
the middle of their house to another medieval duel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Yeah.
All right.
Can I? All right. I actually like that idea.
All right. So, in a base
Sounds like
recap,
Daniel.
before we pick who's doing the next question because we're at 48 minutes.
Oh, well,
Boom.
Andrew would be
Good evening.
arrested for arson. Daniel
Am
would be arrested for being framed because that seemed to be the most suggested given me and Adam. Jeremy, public indecency. Me, apparently being a meme lord in general and maybe assaulting some people in public.
Not assaulting babies.
Babies.
Yep.
Murdering babies.
Babies.
Alright, okay.
Babies.
I don't know what you think I am. Toby would be arrested
Baby
for... I don't even know. You were arrested for a lot of things.
Yeah.
There wasn't even one
Kidnapping
strict
children
one.
and turning into crab arm.
Yeah, I think you'd be arrested for genetic alteration to
Yeah.
children,
Genetic alteration to children. Righto.
and Adam would be arrested for being a
chivalry.
mother and sorcerer. And that's it.
Child, family-friendly sorcerer, right?
And garlic bread.
Family friendly
Oh,
sorcerer. I mean, when I said mother, I mean family friendly. Yeah. So, all right, who's picking the next?
Oh, okay.
Roll
So are
that
we getting out
dice.
the dice again?
I've got the dice right here. What do we do?
Who
Don't
hasn't?
be
Who
three, don't
hasn't
be
yet
three,
gone?
don't be three.
Okay, so should we do D6 again?
Yeah, D6
Yeah.
again.
D6.
D6 again.
No,
Alright,
D12.
Do
D12.
it.
I've
D12.
got it. Okay. So, in order, yeah,
As
it
usual.
is a. Oh, it's a 2.
Yes.
Crikey, so Danny boy,
Yeah, I thought
finally.
Danny
boy.
boy.
Oh my goodness. This is great.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Daniel's
So-
picking it.
everything.
Goes.
All right, and on that note,
Wait,
This
wait.
was-
that
we must have the
bombshell.
quote.
No, Jeremy, quote. What is our finishing
Quote of the
What was
day.
the quote?
Quote of
What
the
was
day?
the thing Andrew said at the start? Oh, can't remember it. I thought it was a good quote.
Don't
but-
mistake my kindness for weakness.
Nah, it was
I'm
something
kind
else.
to everybody,
No, it was
but if
something
you're
else.
unkind to me,
No.
not what you'll remember.
No, it was
of
something
me.
else.
Al Capone said that.
Right.
Fun
Okay,
fact
all right,
of the
we'll
day.
go with Al Capone's
All right,
quote
well,
That
Bombshell.
bombshell.
then. All right,
And on
then.
that
It's time to say goodnight.
Farewell.
Bye.
And good night.
Bye.
Shut up!